And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good evening, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Bowling Green Middle School Gymnasium in Bowling Green, Missouri. And tonight is the opening night of the 95th, I believe. Yes, it is, the 95th annual Bowling Green basketball tournament. And we are here specifically to see the girls. This is the girls' side of the tournament, and we are here specifically to see the Elsberry Lady Indians taking on the Van Far Lady Indians. And this is a rematch of a game from the 13th of this month, in which Elsberry won that game 52-20. So hopefully we'll see a repeat of that. But either way, we want to see a good game. And the all-time record for, at least since they started keeping score or keeping track of it and putting it on the computer, the all-time record is Elsberry 10 and Van Far 4 over the past 14 meetings. And it's a 5-win streak for Elsberry going into this game. Hope we can make it number 6. And so anyway, let's go ahead and do a little bit of rosters here for, first of all, for the 2-6 Van Far Lady Indians. Playing tonight, or at least on the roster tonight, is going to be number 1, Aiden Brown. Number 3, Annalyn Caldwell. Number 4, Taylor Hayes. Number 5, Aubrey Bungie. Number 10, Devin Keller. Number 12, Madeline Caldwell. Number 24, Hannah Conaway. And number 35, Natalie Bybee. That is the Van Far Lady Indians. And for the Elsberry Lady Indians, it's going to be number 2, Tanisha Henderson. Number 4, Peyton Robinson. Number 5, Addison Steele. Number 10, Candace Dowell. Number 11, Neosha Henderson. Number 12, Kylie Kinsler. Number 14, Abby Jenkins. Number 15, Mackenzie Gladney. Number 20, Kelsey Plaster. Number 24, Lily Smith. Number 25, Samara Manuel. Number 31, Bella Mozzie. Number 32, Olivia Kinsler. Number 41, Alyssa Love. And number 43, Tyra Henderson. That is the roster tonight for the Elsberry Lady Indians. So, we got about 6 minutes, I guess, to go before this game starts. So let's go ahead and throw a couple of commercials in here.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you will be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, one of the things I wasn't able to mention because my list was snatched away from me, but the Van Far Lady Indians, they are coached. See if I can find it here again. Where'd it go? They are coached by Heather Minter and assisted by Justin Elledge. And the managers is Kaylin Caldwell and Tia Gaston. And, of course, you know the Elsberry Lady Indians coached by Carrie Koch-Dowell and assisted by Brittany Koch-Dowell. Managers Douglas Horn and statistician is Mia Flaster. I don't need to find out which one that is. I hate butchering names and everything. But since I wasn't around when they named these people, I'm not sure what they call them. So, anyway, still got another 2.5 minutes on the clock before the game starts, or before they do the opening ceremonies. So let's throw another commercial in here.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Okay, we are getting ready to start this game. They're going to have the opening ceremonies here, and actually that's what they're starting right now. So I will give you the starting lineups as they are announced. Okay, starting tonight for Elsberry is number 2, Tanisha Henderson, affectionately known as Tiny. Number 4, Peyton Robinson. Number 12, Kylie Kinsler. Number 15, Mackenzie Gladney. And number 43, Tyra Henderson. That's a starting lineup for your hometown Elsberry Lady Indians. Starting for Van Far, number 3, Annalyn Caldwell. Number 5, Aubrey Bungie. Number 10, Devin Keller. Number 12, Madeline Caldwell. And number 24, Panna Conaway. That's the starters for Van Far Lady Indians. And we've got the Elsberry cheerleaders with us here tonight. Guess there's not going to be a national anthem, so we're going to have Peyton Robinson. She's going to be jumping against Aubrey Bungie. And the ball starts off with Van Far. You'll notice a A little different view here tonight already. It's because I'm having to sit down so low. And that ball was stolen away by Tyra Henderson. She gives it off to Tiny Henderson. She's up at the high post. Now she brings it out to the point. Tyra gets it underneath to Mackenzie Gladney, and she draws a foul. She couldn't get up for a shot, but she does draw the foul. That foul is on number 3, Annalyn Caldwell. That's her first. So Kylie Kinsler with the ball out of bounds. Gets it right underneath to Tyra Henderson, and she's in for 2 points. Elsberry breaks through in the points first. And that is Devin Keller bringing it up the floor. And she got down into the corner and got into a trap. And out of bounds off of Van Far goes to Elsberry. And Tiny Henderson brings it up the floor. Cross-court pass to Tyra Henderson for a 3, no good. And that ball went out of bounds. So Van Far with the ball. They push the ball up right to half court, get it across the line. There's a shot, 3-point attempt, no good. That was Panna Conaway. And Tiny Henderson with a good pass over to Kylie Kinsler, but it was through her hands. And out of bounds to Van Far. 6:43 to go in his first quarter. 2-0 is the score, Elsberry. Tyra Henderson has the and there's a reach-in foul for Tiny Henderson. Not sure what she was thinking there. You're going to get called on those fouls all the time. All right. Tried to drive and shot is blocked by Mackenzie Gladney, and here comes Tiny Henderson up the line. 2 points for Tiny Henderson. That makes the score 4-0. Down in the corner for Van Far and knocked out of her hands by Mackenzie Gladney. So Van Far gets the ball there in the corner. Taken out of bounds by Devin Keller. She gets it in deep to Aiden Brown. She puts the ball up, can't get the shot, but she does draw the foul on Mackenzie Gladney. Second team foul for Elsberry, first foul for Gladney. First shot falls in for Aiden Brown. Kelsey Plaster and who else came in the game? Candace Dowell and Abby Jenkins came in the game. Second shot is no good, and Plaster up with the rebound. And there's 3 points for Kelsey Plaster. Van Far gets it over the line, drives straight to the lane, gets it underneath to Aiden Brown, and she's there for 2 points. Makes the score 7-3 with 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. They get the ball in deep to Tyra Henderson, and she is tackled. Kylie Kinsler has the ball out of bounds. They're counting on the 5 seconds. Gets it into Abby Jenkins, over to Candace Dowell. She looked at a three-pointer, takes a long two-pointer instead. Van Far is trying to drive in. Hit the ball. There's a three-point shot, and it's good for Panaconaway. And with 4:45 remaining in the first quarter, Van Far takes a timeout with the score 9-6. Let's take a quick break.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are back. 4:45 to go in the first quarter. Elsberry's ball. Candace Dow brings it down the floor. She gets to the half-court line, sets it up for Tyra Henderson. She has nobody to go to, so she passes it off to Kelsey Flaster, drives it right in, hands it off to to Kylie Kinsler. And she missed the shot from underneath. Van Far had the rebound, and Kinsler got in there and broke that up. Alternating possessions goes over to Elsberry. Get the ball into Kinsler. And Candace Dow got caught in a little bit of a trap, tried to get it over to Kinsler, and it did not work out. And Peyton Robinson is getting ready to come in the game again. So Van Far has it out on the high point, and kind of lucky there, Dow didn't get a foul. Kinsler with the rebound on the blocked shot. Dow brings it up the floor. She gets it over to Jenkins. They're running the play around there. Everybody running around. Looked at a three-pointer, did Dowell, and now Kinsler has it, gets it out on the point to Jenkins. Out on the high post to Dowell. She takes it over to the center. Get the ball in deep to Kylie Kinsler. She couldn't get the shot to drop, but she does draw the foul. And that foul is on Aubrey Bungie. That is her second. So Peyton Robinson has the ball out of bounds for Onep. They just traded off. Candace Dowell has the ball now. She gets it into Peyton Robinson. Now Tiny Henderson with the ball out at the three-point line. Kelsey Flaster has it. Back to Tiny. And she's just looking it over, trying to get right underneath to Candace Dowell, and she was in for 2 points. There was a drive. That was a drive for Panaconaway. It's a drive for Panaconaway. She couldn't get the shot to drop, but she did draw a foul on Peyton Robinson. Third team foul for Elsberry. And that shot is good for Panaconaway. Second shot is good. Makes the score 11-8. 2:45 to go in the first quarter. Quickly over to Tiny Henderson, and it rolls in and out for her, right underneath Peyton Robinson. She gets the ball up and no good, and Van Far with the rebound. Specifically, Devin Keller has that rebound. There's a three-point attempt, no good. Rebound underneath to Aiden Brown, and she gets 2 points. 11-10. Van Far is back to within 1 point. Elsberry started off very strong in this game, and Van Forest fought their way back. And his ball stolen by Keller. And she's in for the layup and misses it from right underneath. Another shot up for Van Far, and they can't get it. And Tiny Henderson comes up with that rebound and is trapped in the corner, but the coach quickly calls a timeout. So 1:45 to go in the first quarter. The score is 11-10. Take a quick break.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, Tanisha Henderson bringing it up the floor now. This game has turned into a little closer game. 3 points for Kelsey Flaster. Couldn't get the shot to drop, but Kylie Kinsler comes up with the rebound. There's a three-point attempt for Kylie Kinsler off the front of the rim, and Van Far gets the rebound. Keller has the ball out on the point, gets it in deep, and got it in deep to Annalyn Colwell, and she traveled. So Elsberry with a 1-point lead brings it up the floor with a minute to go in the first quarter. Robinson out on the high post, gets it to Flaster, back to Robinson. They send it back out to Tiny Henderson to set up a play. Get the ball in deep to Kylie Kinsler. She didn't take the shot. Tiny takes it, and a long 2-point shot for Tiny Henderson. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Puts the ball up and in. That is number 10, Devin Keller, for 2 points. 13-12. Long 2-pointer for Kelsey Flaster, and she got it. And that is the end of the first quarter. Score is 15-12. We got a good game going on here. It started off all Elsberry, and Van Far has fought their way back. So anyway, let's go ahead and throw another commercial in here while we take a break.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right. We are back. Oh, they have a clock up here showing how long between quarters. We have about 11 seconds to go. And obviously they buzz a buzzer at 10 seconds. So as we get ready to start this second quarter, we have a 15-12 score for Elsberry. Each team has 3 fouls. Elsberry has Tiny Henderson with 1, Peyton Robinson with 1, and Mackenzie Gladney with 1. Aubrey Bungie has 2 for Van Far. Annalyn Colwell has 1. Well, that's their 3, yeah. So anyway, Van Far's ball to start the second quarter. And they throw the ball out of bounds. They're throwing it along the baseline, and it got knocked out of bounds off of, well, actually they called a travel. It was going to be out of bounds either way. Elsberry passes the ball around. Tyra Henderson decided to take it. Oh, for crying out loud, that ball bounced around for 2.5 days, but it finally went in for Peyton Robinson. And Peyton Robinson fought her way in there and got a jump ball, and it's Elsberry's ball on the alternating possessions. Gets the ball in deep to Mackenzie Gladney. She tried to pass off to Tyra Henderson. And through all that fighting for the ball, it ends up to be Van Far's possession. Three-point shot, no good. That was for Keller. They get the ball in deep to number 5. That's Aubrey Bungie. That's her first 2 points of the night. It's a score of 17-14 Elsberry. Peyton Robinson with the ball. Gets it in deep to Tyra and puts it up and no good. Mackenzie Gladney throws the ball back out to Tyra again and still no good. Gladney did draw the foul, though. That foul was on Madeline Caldwell. That's her first. They need to hit those shots from underneath. Okay, the ball thrown all the way back out to the head of the key. Kylie Kinsler gets it in deep. Okay, I don't know if they call 3 seconds in the lane or what they call there. But either way, the ball's over to Van Far. Ball's in deep to number 5. There's a 2-point shot, no good. Right underneath. Van Far's getting all of these rebounds, putting the ball up, no good. And now Peyton Robinson with the rebound and long pass. And that's broken up by Van Far, and they get the ball and are bringing it back down. Turnover against Elsberry. Okay, there's a long 2-point shot there for Van Far. They missed, and on the rebound attempt, Van Far stepped on the line. You can tell one of these older gyms where there is no room for out of bounds. When they're out of bounds, you're right up against the wall. All right, a little controversy there on whose ball it is. They confer about it, and turns out to be Elsberry's. Flaster with the ball to throw it in. Gets it into Tiny Henderson. Kelsey Flaster for 3, no good. And Tyra Henderson tried to save that one going out of bounds and couldn't do it. So off to Van Far again. Van Far with the ball and a 3-point deficit, 17-14. Van Far's doing a good job of passing it around right underneath to Bungie and could not get it to drop. It rolled around for a while and decided to come out. Tiny Henderson pushes over to Flaster. And on the rebound attempt, Kylie Kinsler committed a foul. That's her first of the night. That's the fourth team foul against Elsberry. Each team has 4 team fouls. Van Far with the three-point shot, and it's good. That's number 24, Panna Conaway. That's her second three-pointer of the night. That ties the score at 17 with 3:45 to go in the first half. Shot is no good. Falls right into Bunge's hands. And now at the tied score, Van Far has the ball. Tanisha Henderson jumped in there and broke that pass up, but it's out of bounds to Van Far. Ball in deep to Bunge and does not drop in, and Kinsler with the rebound. Van Far has as much trouble getting it in. Long two-point shot for Dow. No good, and Kinsler up with the rebound, and I think she just drew a foul. That foul was on Conaway. It's her first. Tanisha Henderson with the ball out to Dowell. She drives in for a layup, and it goes right in. That takes the score at 19-17. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Three-point shot, no good, and Flaster with the rebound. There's a long two-point shot for Jenkins, no good. Dowell with the shot, no good. Kinsler with the rebound, and she brings it back out again. Set up a play. And there was a foul called on Aiden Brown. That's her first of the night. Robinson and Tyra Henderson are coming in for Kylie Kinsler and Kelsey Flaster. Tyra Henderson tried to go in and lost the handle on the ball. Comes back to Van Far. And they have the ball in a 2-point deficit. Broken up by Candace Dowell. And I think that's 17 fouls, so we're going to have a 1-and-1. That foul was on Aiden Brown. It's her second. That puts Abby Jenkins on the line for a 1-and-1. First shot is no good. And Van Far with the rebound. 19-17 is the score. 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. Van Far again doing a very good job of passing that ball around. Oh, right underneath. There was Annalyn Caldwell right underneath. No one was near her. I imagine the Elsberry coaches just had a stroke. That ties the score at 19. And Peyton Robinson tried to drive the baseline, and she brought in a foul on number 5, Aubrey Bunge, I believe. Yes, it is, and that's 3 on her. So Aubrey Bunge, their tallest player, is in a little bit of foul trouble now in the first half. Slightly less than 1 minute to go. Peyton Robinson on the line. First shot is good. Second shot, and it's good. That makes the score 21-19. Right underneath the bungie for 2 points. 40 seconds to go. Score is tied 21-21. And Kylie Kinsler tried to, the ball was bounced past to her, and it went out of bounds. 27 seconds to go in the first half. Score is tied, and Van Far has the ball. There's a three-point attempt, and it's good. That is Madeline Caldwell with 3. So just like that, Van Far takes the lead. 4 seconds.3-point attempt, no good. And that is the end of the first half. The score is Van Far 24, Elsberry 21. So, a little bit of, like I said, the first 3 or 4 minutes was all Elsberry, but then Van Far came to life. And there is no doubt they are holding their own in this game for being such a big difference in the last game that they played. Van Far doesn't look like that same team. So go over a little bit of scoring for the first half. And they're doing a little bit of PA announcing tonight. I think they got some raffles or something going on. But anyway, for the first half, Tanisha Henderson has 6 points. Peyton Robinson has 4 points. Candace Dowell has 4 points. Kelsey Plaster has 5 points, including 1 3-pointer. And Tyra Henderson has 2 points. And for Van Far, we have Aiden Brown with 5 points. Annalyn Caldwell with 2 points. Aubrey Bungie with 4 points. Devin Keller with 2 points. Madeline Caldwell with a 3-pointer. Panna Conaway has 2 3-pointers and 2 free throws for 8 points. And Aubrey Bungie is the only player out there that's in any kind of foul trouble. She has 3 fouls on her. And Aiden Brown has 2. There's only 4 fouls on Elsberry altogether. So no foul trouble at this point for Elsberry, and just a little bit for Van Far. But let's go ahead and run a few commercials here for halftime, and we'll be back for the beginning of the second half.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird looks showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan. pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Elsberry Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are ready to come back and get this second half under the way. It's I think it's going to be Elsberry's ball to start this second half, but I'm not sure. It either will or it won't. No, it looks like Van Far is out of bounds over there to start it, so going to be Van Far to start this second half. Van Far with the ball in the lead, 24-21. And that ball stolen away by Tyra Henderson. And she's up and gets it in for 2 points. It takes the score 24-23. Van Far with a 1-point lead. Get the ball. Oh, there you go. It gets stolen by Mackenzie Gladney, and Tiny brings it up the court. Peyton Robinson looking at what to do. Gets it in deep to Kylie Kinsler. She gets it up and in and draws a foul. That foul is on Aubrey Bungie. That is her 4th foul of the night. Wow. That's no way for Van Far to start this second half. Meanwhile, we got Kylie Kinsler on the line for 1 shot. And it rolls in. That puts Elsberry ahead, and they stole the ball. Mackenzie Gladney stole the ball, and Tanisha Henderson tried to drive it in, but she traveled. Anyway, the score is now 26-24 in favor of Elsberry, and that foul is going to be on Mackenzie Gladney. She tripped her up. That's her 2nd foul of the night. Van Far trying to bring the ball up. And Elsberry girls have come out here and just inspired just a little bit. There, Van Far gets it across the timeline. There was a foul on a 3-point shot. And that foul is on Mackenzie Gladney, and now all of a sudden she has 3 fouls. That puts Madeline Caldwell on the line for 3 free throws. First one is no good. Second one is good. She's got a third one because that was a three-point attempt. Gladney out of the game and Flaster is in. Third shot is up and bounces out. Peyton Robinson up with the rebound, and the foul is going to be on number 1, Aiden Brown, and that is her third foul. 26-25 is the score, Elsberry. And they have the ball in a 1-point lead. And that ball almost stolen by Van Farr. Sorry I didn't get the camera back there. That ball picked right out of there by Van Farr, and they bring it up the floor. That's Keller with the ball. And Kylie Kinsler stole that one right out of the air and tried to get it up to Tiny Henderson. Van Farr player, that was Madeline Caldwell, got in there and broke it up, but it did go out of bounds off of her. So Elsberry's ball underneath their own basket. Tyra Henderson up underneath with 2 points. So score is 28-25. Elsberry back out to a 3-point lead. That is a very precarious 3-point lead. And there was a foul away from the ball called on Madeline Caldwell. That's her second for the night. So Elsberry with the ball in the lead. And Flaster's call for a travel. Her back foot slid a couple inches. So another turnover goes over to Van Farr. Two-point shot, no good, and Kinsler is up with the rebound. Flaster for three, no good. And Kinsler very aggressively jumps in there and gets a jump ball on the rebound that Van Farr had. So Kinsler has the ball out of bounds underneath the basket. All the way out to Dowell. She takes a three-point shot, and it's good. First three-pointer of the night for Dowell. Six-point lead for Elsberry, and Van Farr still a major threat. Kylie Kinsler knocks that one out of bounds. There's a three-point attempt for Keller, no good, and Flaster up with the rebound. Dowell brings it quickly up the floor, gets it to Tyra Henderson. There's a three-point attempt for Tanisha Henderson. Tyra up with the rebound, right underneath the Flaster, and she couldn't get the shot to drop, but she does draw the foul. And that foul is on Annalyn Colwell. That's her second. Puts Kelsey Flaster on the line for two shots. First shot is up, and it looked like it was going to be short. High arcing shot. Second shot is up, and it bounces out. And the rebound knocked out by Tyra Henderson, and Tanisha Henderson picks it up. Ball, that pass was touched by Keller. Tyra Henderson gets it underneath, puts it up, no good. And the foul on the rebound is going against Abby Jenkins. That's her first. Plaster's out and Robinson is in. Van Far has 4 team fouls. Elsberry has 3 with just under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Van Far passing it around. Long shot there, no good, and Tyra Henderson has the rebound and brings it up. She holds it up out in the three-point area. Gets the ball in deep. That ball's knocked out of Tyra's hand. Gets the ball into Tiny Henderson. She puts up a 15-foot shot, and it rolls in. That's her first 2 points of the half. Scores 33-25, 8-point lead for Elsberry. They don't need to get comfortable with that 8-point lead, though. Van Far there's a lot of game left. That ball is out of bounds off of Elsberry. And here comes Kylie Kinsler back in. She's coming in for Tyra Henderson. No, I'm sorry. That's Abby Jenkins coming in. Okay, and Bella Mozzie coming in for Tiny Henderson. And that pass broken up by Peyton Robinson, and she hands it off to Candace Dowell. Peyton Robinson tried to take about a 15-foot shot there, and it was blocked, but they called a jump ball on that instead of a block. Anyway, Van Far has the ball now, bringing it down the floor. No urgency and no pressure. Bungie is back out there playing with 4 foul. Long three-point shot. No good. Van Far gets a rebound. And that foul is going to be on Kylie Kinsler, I believe, reaching over. Yes, it is. That's her second foul of the night. Van Far's ball underneath. That ball knocked out of bounds by Candace Dowell. Elsberry's doing a lot better job in the second half of breaking up the passes. Van Far was just passing like crazy in the first half. But here in the second half, Bella Mozzie just broke up that pass. So Elsberry doing a much better job of breaking up the passes. Three-point attempt, no good, and Van Far gets that rebound again. Long shots equals long rebounds. There's another three-point attempt, no good. Right underneath the Bungie, and it once again it laid up there on the rim for several seconds before it fell in. But it fell in for Bungie. It makes the score 33-27. Van Far takes a timeout. Full timeout. Let's take a break.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, 1:24 to go in the third quarter. Kinsler with the ball over to Bellamazzi way down in the corner. She looked at the baseline, got the ball in deep to Kinsler, couldn't do anything. Candace Dowell for three, and it's good. 36-27, 9-point lead. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. And Elsberry again in this second half doing a much better job of trapping Van Far and breaking up their passes. 52 seconds to go in the third quarter. Three-point attempt, no good. See who this foul is on here. Oh, that's on Aubrey Bungie. That is her fifth foul. So 39.2 seconds to go in the third quarter. And Aubrey Bungie has fouled out of this game, and she is their height. See what's going on here. And they're going to bring in Aiden Brown as Aubrey Bungie has fouled out of this game with 6 points. A little over half a minute to go in his third quarter. Tiny Henderson gets it across the line. Peyton Robinson looking at it and gets it out, back out to Bellamazzi. And she takes it in, 15-foot shot, no good. Peyton Robinson with the rebound, takes a shot, no good, but she does draw the foul. And that foul is on Annalyn Colwell, and that is her third. So Peyton Robinson on the line for 2 shots. First shot is off the front of the rim, no good. She is now 2 for 3 on the night for free throws. Second shot a little bit long, and Bellamazzi up with the rebound and 2 points. Eight seconds. And Van Far could not get the ball in, and so they were not able to get any shots going there. So at the end of 3 quarters, the score is now 38-27. Elsberry over Van Far. Let's take a break.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are back for the final 8 minutes of regulation of this ball game. And somebody's going to need to take it out of bounds. I don't think the referee's just going to hand it to him. Okay, to get the ball into Gladney, and she gets it over to Tyra Henderson. She hands it off to her sister, Tiny. Double dribble on Mackenzie Gladney. I was sitting there waiting for her to do that. I knew if enough time went by, she was going to dribble that ball. And she did. So Van Farr with the ball. Three-point attempt. No good, and Tyra Henderson with the rebound. That was Panna Conaway with a three-point attempt. Underneath to Mackenzie Gladney and 2 points. She was standing there all by herself. Three-point attempt, and it's good for Madeline Caldwell. That's her second three-pointer of the night, and Van Farr takes the timeout. That makes the score 40-30, 10-point lead, 6:55 to go in regulation. Let's take a quick break.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
All right. Once again, this is still a close ball game, even though there's a 10-point difference. That 10 points can disappear real quick. So we're going to have 6:55 to go. Bella Mawsey gets the ball into Tiny Henderson. She gets the ball over the timeline. Tyra's underneath, and it rolls around a few times, but does go in. (42-30), 6.5 to go. Three-point shot, no good. And out of bounds off of Van Farr. Mawsey's coming out. Olivia Kinsler's coming out. Mackenzie Gladney's coming out. We now have Dow, both Hendersons, Peyton Robinson and Kylie Kinsler in the game right now. Right underneath to Peyton Robinson for 2 points. Keller with the ball out on the point, gets it over to Conaway. Got Kelsey Plaster down here getting ready to come in, waiting for a break in the action. Van Farr is doing a lot of passing around on the outside. There's Keller for 2 and no good. Peyton Robinson with the rebound. She gets the ball over to Tiny Henderson. She brings it up the floor. And that is a jump ball. I was afraid they were going to call a foul on Kylie Kinsler, but they didn't. Jump ball, and it goes over to Van Farr. Five and a half to go, 44-30, 14-point lead for Elsberry. And Tyra Henderson just stole that ball right away. And she's going in for 2 points, puts it up and in. 16-point lead now. Van Farr playing with a little more desperation, not quite as crisp as they were. There was a three-point attempt, no good, but Van Far does get the rebound. His 15-foot shot, and it is good for Keller. Dow brings it up the floor now. Robinson with the ball. She looked like she wanted to drive, changed her mind. All right, they get it around on the outside. And there's Kylie Kinsler underneath. Gets the ball over to Robinson. That baseline was filled up. Dow with a 15-foot shot, no good, and Van Far with the rebound. And they bring it down fast. A little more urgency now. Under 4 minutes to go. Shot was no good for Keller, and Peyton Robinson up with that rebound. Again, 14-point lead. 3 3/4 minutes left in regulation of this game. Tyra Henderson with the ball, gets it over to Dow. She's up for three, and it's good. That was a two-pointer. And Flaster stole that pass, and Tyra's bringing it up fast. And she just turns around, takes it back out to the point. Candace Dowell has it now way out on the high point. 3 minutes to go. Kelsey Flaster had the ball stripped away. She gets it back. Peyton Robinson had it underneath, and she and Keller were fighting over it, and it is a jump ball. Okay, major wholesale change here. We got Kylie Kinsler, Tiny Henderson, Peyton Robinson, Kelsey Flaster, and look at that beautiful play there for Peyton Robinson. Kylie Kinsler and Peyton Robinson will play there, and 2 points for Robinson. 3-point attempt, no good, and Kylie Kinsler brings it down. Over to Flaster, into Tiny, and she's a lot of fumbling around for the ball, and Robinson comes up with it. And timeout is called by the Elsberry bench. 2:20 to go. 50-32 is the score. We'll just hold it right here. Look, you see some Elsberry cheerleaders. So Coach Carey's going to be giving some last-minute instructions on how to handle this last couple of minutes. And once again, the score is 50-32. 6 team fouls for Van Far. So the next Van Far foul puts Elsberry on the line for a 1-and-1, whereas Elsberry only has 4 team fouls. And so they can foul 3 more times before there's a 1-and-1. That's really not a problem at this point, I don't think. Once again, nobody on Elsberry's in any foul trouble. Mackenzie Gladney has 3, whereas Van Far has 2 players with 3, and they've had 1 foul out. She fouled out at the end of the third quarter. So Elsberry's ball out of bounds. Kylie Kinsler takes it out. Tiny Henderson gets it across the line. They get it into Kylie Kinsler. She drives the line, puts it up and in for 2 points. Baseline was wide open for her. Under 2 minutes to go. Van Far keeping it out on the outside. And there was a foul on Kylie Kinsler. That is her 3rd foul. But once again, it's only the 5th team foul, so all right, Jenkins and Tyra Henderson's coming in, and Flaster and Kylie Kinsler are sitting down. 1 3/4 minutes. Keller with the ball, looking to drive in, and she got to the baseline, changed her mind. They get the ball in deep, and Mackenzie Gladney was there, and she gets her 4th foul. That puts Aiden Brown on the line for 2 shots. First shot is no good. Comes up a little short. Second shot is up and no good. And Tyra Henderson up with the rebound. She hands it off to Tanisha. Less than a minute and a half to go. Underneath to Mackenzie Gladney. She misses from right underneath. And we're going to have another jump ball here. That was Tiny Henderson and Devin Keller fighting over the ball. (52-32). Elsberry over Van Far. 1 minute to go. And there was a foul on Abby Jenkins. That's her 2nd foul of the night. And it puts Madeline Caldwell on the line for, I think, 3 free throws. First one is no good. She is 1 for 3 tonight from the free throw line. Make that 2 for 4. Kylie Kinsler, Mozzie, and Dowell into the game. One more free throw. And it rolls around no good, and Kylie Kinsler's up with that rebound. .45 seconds to go. Mozzie with the ball. She drives in, gets it right underneath to Tyra Henderson, and it's good for 2. Elsberry's play running looks so much better in the second half. 30 seconds to go. 3 points for Keller, and it's good. It's her second three-pointer of the night. And Tyra Henderson just taking the ball around, and they're just going to run out the clock. Dowell with the ball now, 1 second, and that is it. 54-36 is the final score. Elsberry over Van Far. So congratulations to the Elsberry Lady Indians as they move on. And let's see. Let's get the bracket out here and see what's going to be going on. All right. Elsberry moves on, and they will be playing the winner of the Bowling Green Winfield game, which is going to be starting in a few minutes. And at this point in time, I don't know what's going on over in the other gym. Well, the Clopton and Louisiana game is going on. But anyway, once again, congratulations to the Elsberry Lady Indians. They defeated the Van Far Lady Indians 54-36. And so let's go over a little bit of the scoring here, how the game ended up. For the game, Tanisha Henderson had 8 points. She had 4 field goals, only 2 points in the second half. Peyton Robinson had 8 points. She was 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Candace Dow had, 6, 8, 10. Candace Dow had 12 points, including 2 3-pointers. Kyla Kinsler had 5 points with 1 free throw. Abby Jenkins didn't score. Mackenzie Gladney had 2 points. Kelsey Flaster had 5 points with one 3-pointer, and Bella Mosley had 2 points. And then Tyra Henderson, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Tyra Henderson had 12 points, with 10 of those coming in the second half. So big difference here in the first half. Like I said at the beginning, Elsberry came out on top in the first 2 or 3 minutes of this game, but then I don't know that they fell off. They just let Van Far come in, and Van Far was playing a very good game. And then when they came out in the second half, I don't know what Coach Carey and Coach Brittany said to him, but whatever they said to him seemed to work. Elsberry came out and just took over the game. From the free throw line tonight, Peyton Robinson was 2 for 4. Kyla Kinzer was 1 for 1. Kelsey Flaster was 0 for 1. Abby Jenkins was 0 for 1. And for Van Far, the scoring, Aiden Brown had 5 points. Annalyn Colwell had 2. Aubrey Bungie had 6 points. Devin Keller had 7 points, including 1 3-pointer. Madeline Caldwell had 8 points, including 2 3-pointers. And Hannah Conaway had 8 points, including 2 3-pointers. They weren't near as good from the line. Let's see, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They had 5 free throws for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, for 11 attempts. And so they were 5 for 11 from the free throw line. So anyway, the Lady Indians go on and will play Wednesday night at 6:50. Get this bracket back out here. They'll play Wednesday night at 6:50 p.m. in the big gym, the high school gym. And they'll be playing the winner of the Bowling Green Winfield game that's going to be starting here in just a few minutes. And so be sure and join me back Wednesday night for that game. I'll be here for it. But I'll also be here tomorrow night for the boys' game. And that game will be at 6:50 in the high school gym tomorrow night, where the number 7 ranked Elsberry Indians will be playing the number 2 ranked Bowling Green Bobcats. And then we'll see what happens there and where the game Thursday night will be. Or not where, but what time and which gym. So anyway, that is it from Bowling Green tonight. That's the only one I'm going to broadcast. We got a Silex game coming up in this gym, Silex versus North Callaway. And so anyway, I'm going to back it out of here. And I will see you again tomorrow night for the boys' game, and then again Wednesday night for the girls' game again. I'll be here every night this week. So for the Indian Sports Network, brought to you by the Elsberry Democrat, this is Kenny Masterson saying good night from Bowling Green, Missouri, where we just saw the Elsberry Lady Indians defeat the Van Far Lady Indians. Good night, everybody.